Here is why most people fail with faceless Instagram pages and with Instagram in general, and what the 1% do differently, which is what got me to 11 pages, 2 million plus followers, and close to $2 million earned so far. Here's the pattern behind who makes it and who doesn't across 3,000 plus of my students that I have seen succeed, and many of them also lose because they just do these mistakes and don't listen to them. Don't listen to the fixes when I tell them. So don't make the same mistake. Listen closely to this video and I will show you exactly how to do this right. If it will let me move my camera up there, I guess I will have to keep it here as it seems. Okay, so the pattern, 4 reasons over and over. First of all, is a wrong niche pick, chosen for interest, not for monetization potential. First of all, yes, you can pretty much in any niche make a lot of money. But if you combine a not so monetizable niche with one of the other mistakes, you're gonna lose, guaranteed. And that's what I see countless of times with people who just get my low ticket, right? My ebook, do it by themselves. And then if I give them a recommendation, they don't listen to it. Then inconsistent posting. Blame the algorithm instead of the broken chain. We will get to that even more, right? We're going to go into each of these even deeper. Quit too early. Stop right before the 4 to 8 week compounding point. Usually, if you post for 4 to 8 weeks and you implement the right growth strategies, you're going to see somewhere in that timeline your page start getting a big growth spurt. Then the last and the biggest mistake that I see is no offer ready. Grow the audience before thinking about monetization. Now, this is a mistake that none of my clients and none of my students make, but many people that message me on IG and that I have seen in the market as well. Some of them have even huge followings, but don't make any money because of this. So, reason 1, they pick a niche because they like it, not because it sells. The 1% asks one question first. When this page hits 500 followers, what am I actually going to sell to them? And yes, 500 followers is more than enough to start making a decent amount of money. Matter of fact, some of my clients have done multi 4 figures monthly with less than 1,000 followers. And don't take my word for it. Look at the video linked in the description, the training video, or I might even have it here in the info card or something. Or you can search it on my YouTube, which is called Proof. Just search for Proof on my channel and you should see it.
All right, the proof, over 300,000 euros in the year of 2024, right, which was the last calendar year. And if I hover over here, you see all the different transactions. Of course, I can scroll down and show them actually to you, but I can reload here. It's all real, and this should prove you. And this is, by the way, only one payment provider which we use. We use multiple, so we have done well over 500,000 last year.
Now, reason number 2 and 3, consistency breaks. Then people quit right before it would have worked. Inconsistency. Post daily for 10 days, see modest results, drop to 2 to 3 times a week, results worsen, and then you blame the algorithm. It's rarely the algorithm. Growth compounds, and compounding needs an unbroken chain. You're also not going to invest in the stock market $100 a month and then stop after 12 months. You're not going to get wealthy that way, right? You might going to make an extra 10K till you're 60, right? But you're not going to make millions and millions of dollars if you stop investing, because the continuous input that you put into it is what's going to compound over time. A really great book that I highly recommend you to read is The Compounding Effect. It's one of the most crucial principles in life and in business. Read that book if you have not read it yet. It's really such a powerful governing law in the world, right? the compounding effect. And it's seen even in nature. Now, quitting too early. Weeks 4 to 8 of new page of a new page look identical, whether it's about to break through or about to be abandoned. Most people quit with no idea they were close. And look, these 4 to 8 weeks is just what I have seen across the board, across hundreds and hundreds of people that have directly worked with me. That doesn't mean that with every single person it was in that time frame. Some took a little bit longer, right? And then bam, it exploded, right? That's just how it goes. And the important part is, again, remember, you don't need a huge amount of followers to start monetizing very profitably if you do the other things right. And that's why, usually for my clients, this is not an issue. Why? Because they have the right monetization blueprint and they start making money early rather than too late. Now, what the 1% do differently? Four things, none of them complicated. First of all, pick a niche with a monetization path already in mind. Treat consistency as a non-negotiable, not optional when results feel slow. If you have a 9 to 5, you also can't just stop working for the rest of the year, right? That's not how it works. Now, how can you expect that if you're going to become independent, right? Which is having your own Instagram pages, is that all of a sudden that disappears. There's a reason why your boss tells you to continuously show up, because that's what's going to make him money, right? And now you want to do that for yourself. So quit being inconsistent. I don't want to use any swear words now, but stop being so rough about it, right? Even if it's just a few minutes a day, that consistency again compounds because you build a habit. I don't know if you have read the Atomic Habits or the power of habit, right? On average, 67 days it takes to form a new habit. And the easiest way to build a new habit is simply by doing it right in the morning after you wake up or right before you go to sleep. So if you want to really build your Instagram business, start every single morning right after you wake up. Maybe wake up 30 minutes earlier if you have to go to work, right? Spend those 30 minutes researching some content or creating some content, getting uncomfortable, right? And doing the things that are necessary to become successful. This is the biggest mistake across the board, right? People are way too lazy to become rich or to become wealthy or to give their family what they deserve, right? This is really sad to see. And across the board, this is the biggest thing that any of us humans does wrong, right? Even I catch myself sometimes being lazy, right? And that's just how it is. It's a human trait, right? And you got to overcome that. Now, and you have to always have in mind that that can creep back in, right? If you let your habits slip. And yeah, of course, you get to a point where you make so much damn money that a lot of the things are outsourced and you are not doing them. Still, you got to be consistent in managing people, right? Or managing systems and processes, or that's also going to fall apart. It's called entropy. It's another natural law governing the world, right? Entropy. Everything that has been built up slowly falls apart as well, right? If you look at the tree, it's slowly dying. A human is slowly dying. An animal is slowly dying, right? How can you think that you are better than God and that you create something that's never going to disappear? That's not how the world works. So you got to stay consistent. Know the 4 to 8 week compounding window exists and push through it, right? Have an offer ready before the audience is big enough to need one. This is so crucial. Again, you don't need 50,000 followers to make a good amount of money. If you have a really good offer that you are passionate about and that can really help people at the high level, people are ready and able to pay a lot of money for that. And we're going to help you build this out or find the right one that already exists and promote it, even if you just have a couple hundred followers. And by the way, if you have a small personal brand, you are sitting on a gold mine. Matter of fact, one of my good buddies actually made $1 million in 45 days with an account that had less than 10,000 followers. A million in 45 days. So stop thinking you need so many followers and start focusing on what actually matters. Your knowledge, your guidance, right? That you have the right guidance in place. And of course, the quality of your content and the psychology behind your content. And of course, again, consistency. Without showing up consistently, nobody's going to buy anything from you because no like and trust. Then, proof, Sasha, complete beginner, 10x in the exact window most people quit inside. He 10x'd his business in 2 to 3 months after getting my help. He invested into my mentorship program, and within 2 to 3 months, we 10x'd his local kombucha brand. And that's a local business. So if you have a small business that's very local, don't think you don't need Instagram. Heck no. Even more important for you. If somebody in your area, in your small area, gets it done before you, you are done for. Started with zero Instagram experience and a small business doing modest revenue. Exactly the profile that usually fails. And by the way, no, you're not done for if you know what you're doing, right? I've even helped people beat Red Seas, right? I don't know if you have read about the blue ocean strategy, right? Yes, it's true. If you want to scale to $1 billion, you most likely don't want to be in a red ocean. Now, if you just want to make a couple $1 million and retire well, you can be in a red sea as much as you want if you do it the right way, because you can create blue oceans if you know how to, which is also one thing I teach my students. Now, to be clear, don't take my word for it. Just check the links in the descriptions. I might have my editor planned in his testimonial here as well. But link in the description, the training video, or you search on my YouTube for proof and you will find it, and it will be shown to you there, the testimonial, right, the case study, all of that, and many more as well. Now, want the structure that avoids all four of these mistakes? Check the link in the description for my $17 blueprint if you don't yet trust me enough or don't have the funds to invest into a full mentorship program. The $17 blueprint has gotten many, many people to a couple hundred to even the first $1,000 a month online with Instagram. And then eventually almost everyone upgrades into my mentorship program because they get such great results. So make sure you get that if you don't have it yet. And if you want to build a lot more trust with me, you want to see that I actually can provide you a lot of value, and maybe do it yourself for now a little bit. Now, if you want my personal guidance, help, and a guarantee that you're actually going to get to a decent income that you can live off, then book a meeting via the link in the description or watch the training video to get even more convinced, and then fill an application and book the call after that. All the links are in the description, so make sure to choose your path right now based on how you feel about me, about all of what I'm teaching you here on this channel. If you're ready to really take action, invest a 4 to 5 figure amount in yourself, schedule that meeting. Otherwise, get the blueprint. Really looking forward to work with you, maybe sooner, maybe later, but even more, I'm looking forward to getting you a ton of results, right? And good earnings. Speak to you on the other side.